Yes, by no shape or form am I any hairdresser. I'm just a mum that's going to give this a go. So I'm just going to jump into it today. I'm going to try and attempt to cut my little 2-year-old boy's hair, and hopefully he sits well for me. Normally I'd take him to the barber shop, but because that's every 2 or 3 weeks because of the shortness that it is, it cost me a fortune. So I'm going to give it a go myself. My partner shaves his head, so I'm going to use his just a pack hair silver bullet. Yeah, this one, and it's normally he doesn't use that, but this one, attachments, different sizes and heights, I guess that might cut it. So I'm going to choose the 9mm, which is quite long. The longest is 12, but I'm going to go with 9mm. So I put that attachment on there, like so, and then I'll just give it a little shave up the sides of his head, and then it has a nice defining line down there, and then the top hair is longer, so as where the part is, then it will flip over. Now to do the top, I'm going to use this hairbrush and some hairdressing cutting scissors that are in the growing hair back. So the top bit, so I can pull it up and hold in my fingers. So I'll be kneeling right down next to him at his height, and I can look the hair in eye level and cut it. And then as I pull the next bit up to it, so I'll slowly move my way back, just pulling a few layers of hair up at a time. Look at that, and then cut at that shorter level, and then do that all the way back. And I've just got water in this just to spray over the hair, make it nice and damp, because if it's dry, then as I said in the hairdresser, really messy, dry hair flies everywhere. So I'm just going to do it here in my lounge, and I'm just got a nice plastic cover drop sheet down, and actually I'm going to have the TV on, which is right here, which you propped on. I'm going to turn the TV on with a favourite cartoon of his, so hopefully he'll sit and watch the cartoon, and yeah, let's jump into it and give it a whirl. Nice, it's got dinosaurs on it. You like dinosaurs? It's got a dinosaur and it's saying happy birthday. Put this on and collect some of the hair up. Are you going to sit like you sometimes do for the hairdresser? Oh, I don't know, today you look like you're a regular. You're going to sit nicely. You watch this man. Who's this? It's one of your favourite people. Who's this? Who's that? Okay, I start with giving the hair a little spray with water, like I say. Telling them to sit nice and still for me. And then I get started working up the sides of the hair. So I just work my way around the head there, shaving from the bottom up to the top. It is quite tricky to get this and maneuver it around the ears. And to get the bottom back bit, as he keeps sitting with his head against the chair, so I can't quite get in there. Have to keep moving him forward. Then I just give it another little spray with water again as it's dried out, and then I can give it a comb over just to look where I want that parting line to be, to make sure I've got all of the hair short enough on the shorter side. Then I grab my scissors and then I will start from the back, lifting the hair up and at eye level between the two forefingers, cutting. Then I'll move forward and collect the bit I just cut and a bit in the front, a section and piece in the front, and I can see where that shorter hair is, so I'll cut along where that is as well, and slowly, gradually moving forward. Just had to tell my older 3-year-old off as he was jumping over the couches and distracting my 2-year-old here. That's why you can see now he's getting a little restless and wants to go and play with him as well. So on the side where the part is, I've just, as you can see there, I'm cutting on a different angle. I'm cutting right next to that part line, so when it falls down, it's not falling, flopping right over near his ears. I want that bit that falls over just to be nice and short there first. So now I'm just giving the hair a bit of a brush forward so I can line up to cut the fringe here, as I really want this to be nice and straight, as this is the first bit that everybody sees. Especially if there's no hair gel in, the hair will fall forward on the forehead and you'll see that that might be really uneven, so you want to really make sure that that is nice and even. So you can see I keep brushing the hair down onto his forehead so I can see where the hair is actually lying. A few little touch-ups at the back. And back to the front just to make sure. A few little random pieces that are still a little bit long there. So I'm actually really proud of how well he's set for me. As you can hear, his older brother, who's 3, is running around playing, and I'm surprised he's not been so distracted and wanting to play. So good boy, Blake. Okay, so he's hopping off the chair and popping down to the shower now, just to wash all that shortcut hair that's all over his body off. And wow, look how handsome he looks. A little bit of gel in the hair there. I'm just so grateful that he set so well for me for my first attempt at cutting this hair. It looks awesome.